That's why we live on the opposite sides of the world, because we can't live
We
near
would
each
be
other.
dangerous, right?
We'd be arrested. We'd be in jail.
Dan with Jen, 10 with Dan, 10 with Dan, 10 with Jen.
Ammar, welcome to 10 with Jen, where I ask 10 out of 10s like yourself 10 questions in around 10 minutes to get to know you in a fun way.
I'm
Oh, it
excited
will
to
be.
hear what you're going to ask. I'm a little nervous,
Alrighty.
but that's okay.
Okay. To get started. All right. A bit about you, Ammar. Ammar Kubba is a passionate entrepreneur, investor, and advisor with a diverse portfolio of domain names, intellectual property, private equity, real estate, and cryptocurrency. He has founded, grown, and exited multiple ventures, leaving a lasting mark on the digital landscape through his inspiring endeavors. Holding a JD from Loyola Law and a BA in philosophy from UCLA, Ammar blends sharp business acumen with a commitment to impactful growth. Outside of work, he enjoys architecture, art, travel, and pickling balls, guided by stoicism and a good vibe only mindset. How are you, man
Very
shook?
nice. Oh, I'm so good. I'm so good.
Okay, Ammar, are you ready for your
Yes.
10 with Jen?
Let's go.
Early bird or night owl?
So, my entire life, I've been a night owl. And I would say the last few years, I don't know, ironically, if it started over COVID or I don't know when, but I just started waking up early. And it's very hard for me to sleep in now. Um, so I think I'm both now because I still hate going to bed early.
Yeah.
I wake up early, so I'm just sleeping less.
I think you're making
So
your
both.
aura ring sad.
I am. I am making it very sad.
What is the best sandwich? Hashtag fuck the sandwiches.
I love a good pastrami sandwich, and I love a a chicken with avocado sandwich.
Yes.
Is like that. I think that most places they call it a California something or other. Like,
Oh, okay.
because California, because of the avocados, anything to do with avocados, they just call it California. I don't know.
If you could travel back in time and register any domain name, what would it be?
Probably, I think X.com.
Okay. Yeah.
I really that name is just such an amazing name.
Yeah.
I mean, if I thought about it, I could probably think of a few others, but that's probably the first one that comes to mind. I would love that name. That would be cool.
What's the most spontaneous thing you've ever done on a whim?
This one, I don't know why. This one comes to mind because it's so stupid. I told a girl that if a book, she was really into numerology, and we were in a bookstore, and she was looking at this like compatibility book, and I'm like, well, if that book says we are like some certain level of compatibility, I will. We'll go to Vegas tonight and get married. and
No.
the book did
No.
say it.
No.
Yeah. So we went back to her place and started packing a bag for the night. Got in my car and started driving to Vegas. This is when I lived in LA, and then 5, 10, 15 minutes in, it's just like silent, no conversation.
Gosh. Oh gosh.
And then she just started crying. So anyway, we didn't go. we exited the freeway, went back home, and but it was that was probably one of the stupidest things I've ever almost done. And I've done a lot of very stupid things, and almost done a lot of very stupid things too. But that's what makes life fun.
What is the most terrifying animal?
In my old house, I started hearing weird noises in the attic. And then I looked outside, and there's like a metal grate, and it had been pulled back. And so it was a raccoon. Raccoons are really, really, really strong, and they're very, very protective and very aggressive. And I guess this raccoon had broken into the attic, like so strong. I pulled back a metal grate, got into the attic, I guess, had the kids, the litter or whatever you call it. And so they're so dangerous that you have to actually, like, it's expensive to get rid of them. People come in, the guy that came in to my house to get rid of it had a full like body armor pretty much on, and he was kind of scared to go in there even though he was fully protected, because the raccoon's just gonna like go and attack you.
Gosh.
And yeah, so I've always been like, I don't ever want to encounter a raccoon.
If you could jump on a plane right now to anywhere in the world, where would you go?
Yeah.
And what would be the first thing you would do there?
I think I'd like to go to Japan. I've never been, and everybody tells me that it's their favorite country in the entire world. Like, I don't think I've ever met anybody that has been to Japan that didn't universally say it's either their favorite or top 3 in the world. So I would probably do that, and the first thing I would do is go have an amazing sushi dinner.
I'm coming too.
All right, let's go.
What is the meaning behind your tattoo?
It is Amor Fati, and it means love your fate. As you mentioned, I was a philosophy major, and that's when I was first introduced to Stoicism. And I kind of forgot about it for about 20 years while I was, kind of working, and which is really ironic because Stoicism is really good for business. And I wish I had been practicing it when I was, starting our business. But I kind of got back into it maybe about 10 years ago. It's an important principle. It's basically, truly. So a lot of people think of it means like accept your fate, right? And it's not. It's actually to love it. So even when really bad things happen to you, it's to embrace those things, those events, and actually love them. And it's hard, obviously. It's not an easy thing. And so all we can do is just try, right? And try to live that way. But it's a lot easier said than done.
Favorite artist?
I like art that makes you think. And so there's a newer artist. He's all digital. His name is Jack Butcher. And he does a lot of all the Web3 stuff. And his stuff is so simple. It's like analog, but really brilliant, a lot of it.
You're stranded on an island with the Sherpas.
Oh.
Who would you eat first? Yes.
I'm going to eat Braden first.
Braden got his first bite.
Yeah, I'm going to eat him first because even though he's vegan, but it's still meat. So I assume it's probably, still going to be nutritious, and maybe he's got more vitamins. I don't know. Definitely not going to eat JT first because I think, JT is going to, you need muscle, right? You need a guy who can help protect. And I would probably need to eat Drew sooner than later, though, because him and I are probably going to be fighting for control of the island. I could just see him scheming, right? Like he's a schemer for sure. So, but I think he might be second, but Braden's first. I'm gonna eat Braden first and hope that we get rescued before I got to eat anybody else.
Your pinned post on X states, "Aim high and never settle." What does aiming high mean to you, and how do you decide if something is truly worth pursuing in life?
I think a lot of people just don't strive, right? They don't push themselves. And so that's, to me, what the aiming high part is like, push yourself. You'd be surprised how much more you can accomplish than you think, right? And I think people just don't give themselves enough credit. So if you push yourself and you aim beyond what you really want, right? Or I like what I try to do is I try to aim for more than what I really want. And then if I don't get there, which usually you don't get all the way if you're really aiming high, put it this way, if you hit your target, it means you weren't aiming high enough. That's how I really try to look at it, right? And so just go for more than what you're capable of. And then where you end up is probably going to be pretty amazing. And then you'll be pretty happy. So that's kind of what that means to me.
That was amazing. Oh, that was such a good answer. Oh, I love that one.
Good. I'm glad. Good way to end it then.
Ammar, thank you for your time today. You've now been 10 with Jen.
Oh, felt good.
Oh, wow. I'm finding it really hard to say the law school that you went to. Was it Loyola?
Loyola, yeah.
Loyola. It's really hard with the Australian accent. Loyola.
Is it?
Loyola.
Loyola.